Welcome to this lecture series in Chemical Reaction Engineering 1. Today we'll start with problem solving sessions for chapter number 7. In our last lectures we have completed all the derivations and the theory part of it. We have seen both qualitative and quantitative analysis for parallel reactions. 7.1 For a given feed stream having Ca0, should we use PFR or MFR? And should we use a high or low or some intermediate conversion level for exit stream if we wish to maximize S? So we want to maximize this. So small phi of psi A. This is instantaneous fractional yield of S. Reaction is A is giving R, giving S and giving T. Three parallel reactions competing with each other. So for these three reactions N1, N2, N3 are the orders of the reactions. So we have to see three cases. In first case N1 is equal to 1, N2 is equal to 2, N2 is equal to 3. Then N1 is equal to 2, N2 is equal to 3, N3 is equal to 1. And then last case N1 is equal to 3, this is 1 and this is 2. So we have to see this between this A and C. Here N1 is lowest, here N1 is highest, and so on. These combinations we have to try all three. So part A we will see. Now this DCS by DCA, okay, DCS by DCA, N1, 1, 2 and 3. So first reaction first order, second reaction second order, third reaction third order. So first reaction first order, second order, third order. We want CS. CS is formed in the second reaction. So K2Ca square by K1Ca plus K2Ca square plus K3Ca cube. If we divide by K2Ca square throughout, numerator 1, this K2Ca square divided by this term, this gives you 1. Then K1 by K2 Ca square in the denominator, so this Ca cancels out, you get K1 by K2 Ca plus K3 by K2 and Ca cube by Ca square, you will get Ca in the numerator here. So this is the instantaneous fractional yield. So here if you look at this final form, desired reaction is of intermediate order, means 2. One reaction is having order less than this, one reaction is having order greater than this. So it is intermediate order. A concentration and an intermediate conversion, that is going to be this. Okay. So intermediate order. So we will use MFR with that particular concentration. So here you can see this Ca, this we want to maximize, means this we want to minimize. Okay. And if this we want to minimize, so this should be kept low and this should be kept high. So it is having contradictory things both. So what we will do is, we cannot finalize on deciding about the concentration. So intermediate conversion will decide, and we will use mixed flow reactor where there is immediate point drop in concentration. So we'll see next part B. Here this S is desired and order is 3. So K2Ca cube in the numerator, and this we again divide this 1. So K1 by K2 Ca will get in the denominator, K3 by K2 will get Ca squared in the denominator. So here the desired reaction is of highest order. So this should be in highest possible concentration. Okay, if this is high, this will be low, this is high, this will be low. So overall this will be lower qualitatively, and roughly we can have estimates. So this is in the denominator, this is in the denominator. So Ca making high will make this value to be low, and 1 plus that, this is lower, and here it is we want highest. So the high concentrations of A, if we put, we can use PFR here, which will give low conversion, progressive conversion. Okay, the concentration will not drop at once as the case of mixed flow reactor. Third case, denominator remains same, and here middle reaction where S is desired, it is first order. Okay, so the desired reaction is of lowest order. So if you do this, you can see this and this you have to maintain low. So low concentrations of A are to be maintained. So you will prefer MFR with high conversion. So immediately conversion high means concentration drops to low concentration. Next we have set of problems for given data. Okay. So using separate feeds of A and B, sketch the contacting pattern and the reactor conditions which would best promote the formation of product R. So R is desired for the following system of elementary reactions. Elementary reactions means from stoichiometry we can directly write the rate laws. So problem 7.2. A plus B giving R and A giving you S. This is for flow systems. So we can write rate of formation of R as K1CaCb, rate of formation of S as K2Ca. We are taking K1 and K2 as rate constants for this first and second reaction. R is desired, so I will write RR by RS. That is nothing but instantaneous yield R by S. So we are comparing in terms of R and S ratio directly. Okay. So this is K1 by K2 into Cb. If you take the ratio, this we want to maximize K1 by K2 Cb. Concentration level of A does not affect the distribution. It is independent of A. And the concentration level of B, if you keep it high, it must be kept high. Higher the range of concentration you operate, and higher will be the formation of product you will get. So this is flow system. So we want to maintain this high. It should not drop immediately, as in case of mixed flow reactor it happens. So progressively it will drop, and the reaction is taking place. So it's not that you will be able to maintain throughout this reactor high concentration. It is going to drop, but again the fresh thing is coming, fresh reactant is coming. So we will prefer this. So Ca and Cb are entering, and this product stream which will have Cr and Cs and some unreacted A and B also. So product stream. Next 7.3. So we have three reactions now. A plus B giving R, 2A gives S, 2B gives T. Batch system, batch reactor system. So rates we can write as elementary reactions. Rate of formation of R, K1CaCb. Rate of formation of S, K2Ca square. Rate of formation of T, K3Cb square. We want R. So dCr by minus dCa, instantaneous yield of R, denoted as R by A. K1CaCb divided by addition of all these three rates. So what we get if you divide this by throughout, 1 plus K2 Ca by K1 Cb plus K3 by K1, you will get Ca in the denominator and 1 Cb cancels out, so you get Cb here. So this we get. So to maximize this, we want to minimize this. So to minimize this, what we would prefer? Low concentration of A in reaction 1 and 2. These reactions 1 and 2. Low concentration here as well as here. Okay. Low concentration of B here. If you use B in lower concentration in reaction 3 and also CaCb, so here also we need low concentration. So low Ca for 1 and 2, low Cb for 1 and 3. That means you need low concentrations of this. So batch system. So naturally you will have a batch reactor here, and A and B will be added slowly to the batch reactor. 7.4 again batch systems. A plus B giving R, A giving S, rate of formation of R, K1 CaCb, rate of formation of S, K2 Ca. RR by RS. If we compare these two, we have written these rates. So that will be directly, that can be compared. If there are more than 3 reactions, then you have to define like this. Otherwise, direct ratio is okay. So K1 Cb by K2 you will get. Concentration level of A does not affect the distribution of the products. Cb should be kept high. So Cb0 to begin with must be high. We have to start with adding B and A rapidly in batch reactor. Next, 7.5. A plus B gives R, 2A gives S in flow system now. So rate of formation of R by rate of formation of S, this is K1 CaCb, K2 Ca square. If you take this ratio, it is K1 Cb by Ca. Now, concentration level of B should be kept high and Ca should be kept low. Cb0 must be high. So B is kept high. A should be maintained low. So we will use this side entry in the plug flow reactor. B will enter at the entrance of the plug flow reactor, and A we have multiple entries, so side entries for Ca. So A in at multiple locations in low concentration will be fed to the reactor. 7.6. Substance A in liquid reacts to produce R and S. So both are first order reactions. First order. A gives R, A gives S. Ca0 is equal to 1, Cr0 is 0, Cs0 is 0. Enters two mixed flow reactors in series. So tau 1 is 2.5, tau 2 is 5 minutes. Knowing the composition in the first reactor, we know exit concentrations. Ca1 is 0.4, Cr1 is 0.4 and Cs1 is 0.2. Find the composition leaving the second reactor. So we know this instantaneous yield, moles of R formed by moles of A reacted, dCr by minus dCA. So we'll write dCr by minus dCA, considering this is desired product. K1 Ca by K1 Ca plus K2 Ca. So Ca take out, it can be cancelled out, and you are left with K1 by K1 plus K2. Now we integrate both the sides. So dCr, Cr0 to Cr. This Ca0 to Ca minus dCa. So minus sign is maintained. K1 by K1 plus K2, Ca0 to Ca. dCr integral is Cr minus Ca0. This minus sign I reverse the order of integration, so it becomes Ca0 minus Ca, and with plus sign K1 by K1 plus K2. So K1 by K1 plus K2 is nothing but Cr minus Cr0 by Ca0 minus Ca. So first reactor, if I consider, it will be Cr1 minus Cr0 divided by Ca0 minus Ca1. So Cr1 is given 0.4, Cr0 is 0, Ca0 is 1, and Ca1 is 0.4. So 0.4 by 0.6, this comes out to be 0.667. So this ratio K1 by K1 plus K2. Now we can write tau1, which is given 2.5, equation Ca0 minus Ca1 for the first reactor divided by minus Ra is K1 Ca1 plus K2 Ca1. So you know these values, substitute. K1 plus K2 you can take common. Ca1 is 0.4, that is known. So if you solve this, you get K1 by K2 is equal to 0.6. Now you know K1 by K1 plus K2 is 0.667. So K1 will be K1 plus K2 multiplied by this. So K1 plus K2 multiplied by 0.667. So K1 plus K2 is 0.6. So that gives us 0.4. This multiplication is 0.4. So K1 is 0.4 and K1 plus K2 is 0.6. So you get K2 is equal to 0.2. So for second reactor, you know tau. Only unknown is Ca2, that we have to determine. Rest of the things are known, you substitute. Okay. So you solve this, that gives Ca2 is equal to 0.1 moles per liter. For second reactor, if you write K1 by K1 plus K2, now this is Cr2 minus Cr1 by Ca1 minus Ca2. Here we have written for the first reactor. For second reactor, we can integrate and write as Cr2 minus Cr1 divided by Ca1 minus Ca2. Now we know these values: Cr1, Ca1, Ca2. Ca2 is determined. Now we are trying to determine Cr2. So only Cr2 is unknown. This ratio you know 0.667. So if you solve this, you get Cr2 is 0.6 moles per liter. So we know Ca2, we know Cr2. Cs2 can be found out by difference. Ca0 minus Ca1 minus Cr2. Ca0 is 1. So 1 minus these values. So this gives you 0.3. Total will be 1. 7.7. Substance A in liquid reacts to produce R and S as follows. A gives R, A gives S. Rate of formation of R, K1Ca square, that of S, K2Ca. Cs0 is 0.3 now, Ca0 is 1, tau is 2.5 and 10 minutes in these two reactors in series. Exit concentration of the first reactor, Ca1 0.4, Cr1 0.2 and Cs1 0.7 given. So total is 1.3. Here you start with Cs0 is equal to 0.3. So total Ca0 plus Cs0 will be 1.3 at all the time. You have to find the composition of the mixture leaving the second reactor. So again we write in terms of instantaneous yield of R. K1Ca square, this all these things you can write down. So this is reduced to, if I divide this by throughout, K2 by K1 Ca1. Again split it, separate the variables, dCr, Ca0 to Cr, Cr minus Cl0. This minus sign is there, minus 1 upon 1 plus K2 by K1 CA1, CA0 to CA. Then here minus sign I make it plus and reverse the order. So CA0 minus CA I can write down. And all the known things we will substitute. So we know CA1. Okay. K2 by K1 into CA1. CA1 is 0.4. CR1 is 0.2. CR0 is 0. CA0 is 1. CA1 is 0.4. So this comes out to be 0.333. So I can just rearrange the terms and write 1 by 0.33, that is 3, that is equal to this term 1 plus K2 by 0.4 by K1. Okay. So if you solve this, 3 minus 1, 2, 2 into 0.4, 0.8. So K2 by K1 I get as 0.8. So first reactor I will write tau 1 is equal to CA0 minus CA1 K CA1 square plus K2 CA1. So these values I know. CA1 0.4, here 0.4 it becomes square, it is 0.4. So this is 0.16 K1 plus 0.4 K2, and this is 1 minus 0.4 is 0.6 and tau 1 is 2.5. So I can write this. So this denominator becomes 0.6 by tau 1, that is 2.5, and this is 0.24. So solve this. We know K2 by K1 is 0.8. So K2 can be substituted as 0.8 K1. So here K2 is written as 0.8 K1 and you get K1 as 0.5. And K2 also you can calculate, that is 0.4. Now we want to find out Ca2, exit concentration of A from second reactor. So I know tau, that is 10. Ca1 is known, Ca2 is unknown, Ca2 is unknown. So you solve this equation for Ca2 and you get Ca2 is equal to 0.074 moles per liter. For second reactor, if I want to write down this again, K2 by K1 is 0.8. Now Ca2 I know 0.074. Cr2 minus Cr1 by Ca1 minus Ca2. So this quantity in the denominator 11.81. So 1 by 11.81 is Cr2 minus Cr1 is 0.2. Ca1 is 0.4. Ca2 is 0.074. So if you solve this for Cr2, you get it as 0.227. This total is 1.3. So 1.3 minus 0.074 minus 0.227. So you get as S as 0.998. So S is formed in maximum quantity here. So all the concentrations we have determined. Now we have to solve this set of problems. Liquid A data is common for next three problems. A decomposes as follows. Ca0 is equal to 40 moles per meter cube. Enters the reactor, decomposes, and a mixture of A, R and S is leaving. Rate of formation of R K1Ca square, second order reaction. Rate of formation of F K2 is equal to K2Ca. This is first order reaction. So second order rate constant is given as 0.4, rate constant is given as 2. So here rate constants are known now. Find Cr, Cs and tau for Xa is equal to 0.9 in mixed flow reactor. So mixed flow reactor, you know, this capital phi m is the overall yield, and this is nothing but mean instantaneous yield that is evaluated at CAF. So we can write dCr bar minus dCa at CAF. So CRF divided by Ca0 minus CAF, and that is equal to this K1Ca square divided by K1Ca square plus K2Ca. We know the values of K1 and K2, so we have substituted these values here. Okay, so if I divide this throughout by this, so I get 1 in the numerator, 1 plus 2 by 0.4 and this Ca in the denominator, so we get 2 by 0.4 Ca. Now what is Ca? Ca0 is 40, conversion is 90%, means Ca will be 4. So this value, overall yield in mixed flow reactor, 1 by 1 plus 2 divided by 0.4, this is 0.4 value and this is 4. That is, after 90% conversion, Ca left is 4. Initially you start with 40. So this 1 by 2.25 you get, and this is equal to CRF by Ca0 is 40, CAF is 4. So you solve for CRF, it is 16 moles per meter cube. Okay, Ca0 is 40 moles per meter cube. So consistent units you use. CRF is known, CAF is known, and total is 40. So 40 minus 4 minus 16. So CASF is 20. Tau m also you can find out. It is asked for this mixed flow reactor. Ca0 minus Ca divided by K1 Ca square plus K2 Ca. Ca0 40. This is 4. K1 is 0.4. K2 is 2. Ca is 4. So Ca square 4 square, and this is Ca. This is equal to 2.5 minutes. So tau in mixed flow reactor for this 90% conversion is 2.5 minutes. Next, again same parameters you have to define for 90% conversion now in plug flow reactor. So you write plug flow reactor model. dCA by minus RA, Ca final to Ca0. It is minus dCA by minus RA from Ca0 to Ca final. So with this minus sign I have already reversed the order of integration. 4 to 40. dCA by 0.4 Ca square plus 2 Ca. So dCA by Ca, if I take common, 0.4 Ca plus 2. So we'll solve this problem by all three methods: analytical, numerical and graphical. Just for practice, you can choose any method when you write your exam. Mostly it is not specified that you use this method, but you should know all the methods. So this form dx by x into a plus bx, here a is equal to 2 and this b is equal to 0.4. Solution is minus 1 by a ln of a plus bx by x. So for this we write a is 2, so minus 1 by 2, ln of a is 2, b is 0.4, so plus 0.4 Ca divided by x, x is Ca, 4 to 40. Okay, so upper limit, lower limit is substituted, and when you solve this completely for tau, what you get is 0.3466. So tau in plug flow reactor is 0.3466 for same duty, same reaction is carried out. So you can see time is reduced tremendously. It is 2.5 here and tau p is 0.34 only. Same problem by numerical methods. So integral y dx. So what is y? 1 upon Ca into 0.4 plus 2. So this 1 upon Ca into 0.4 plus Ca plus 2 is y. So you know Ca. So substitute Ca values and find out this. We have taken 4 to 40, 10 points. Now for n plus 1 points. So n plus 1 is 10. So n is equal to 9. So 9 by 3 is 3, 3 is an integer, then we can use this formula x0 to xn f of x dx is equal to 3 by 8 into h, where h is xn minus x0. In this case it is 40 minus 4 divided by n is 9. So this comes out to be 4. So h is 4. 3 by 8 into 4. And this function. So this is your function where you go on substituting these values. Okay. Now here it is f0 plus 3 into f1 plus 3 into f2 plus 2 into f3, 3 into f4 plus 3f5 plus 2f6 and so on up to last will be 3 into fn minus 1 and fn. So these are say multiplying factors for this function, and these are to be summed up. So I have written multiplying factor here. So first, this is 1 3 3 2 3 3 2 and last is 3 and 1. So 1 3 3 2 3 3 2 3 3. So we have the last point, so that will be multiplied by 1. So this column is multiplied by this column and all is summed up. So summation of all these is 0.237. So 0.237 multiplied by h is 4 and 3/8 is there in the formulas of numerical integration. So this comes out to be 0.356. Okay. Analytical method 0.346. This will be the perfect value, correct value, analytical method. Here it is 0.356, little bit higher. Why? Because of the step size. It depends on the step size. Now you can try, if you have interest, you can try step size of 2. You will have more number of points and this will be more closer to the analytical value. If you take still more point, reduce your step size, and at low step size, maybe 4 5 6 7 step size, you take one, your value most probably will match with analytical solution. Now graphical solution, simple. 1 upon minus RA you plot as a function of CA. So from 40 to 4, so this is 2 4 6 8 10, 40 to 4. So this area under the curve, you have to count the rectangles carefully and approximate these rectangles which are not complete. Okay, somewhere it is 10%, 20%, 40%. So by eye judgment you approximate it and find out. So this you get tau p is equal to point, this is tau p, I will write tau here. Okay, so tau p is 0.344. It is almost very close to analytical solution. And why this is so accurate? Because the number of rectangles, even the rectangles which are not complete, you have somewhere 20%, somewhere it has been done very carefully, so it is matching. It need not be. So plus minus 2-3% error will always be acceptable. Next, 7.10. Find the operating condition for, now this operating condition XA, tau and CS, which maximizes CS. CS is desired product in mixed flow reactor. Okay, these reactions, CS is now desired. Earlier we have found out CRCS and we have also found out these taus by various methods. So maximize CS. CS is desired, so this instantaneous yield of S, DCS by minus DCA, so 2CA by this 0.4 CA square plus 0.2 CA, if you divide by this 1 plus 0.2 CA, that is what you will get. CS is phi of delta CA, this is overall yield. So phi CA0 minus CA. So this is evaluated at F. So phi and psi, this will be same. In mixed flow reactor, it is only thing is it is to be evaluated at exit condition. So CA, this exit condition is unknown. This is 1 plus 0.2 by CA. This is from kinetics, DCS by minus DCA in this case. So CA0 is 40. Okay, given CA0 40. We want to maximize DCS. Okay, this is to be maximized. So DCS by DCA will differentiate this with respect to CA. Okay, so this is denominator, this is numerator. So denominator into derivative of numerator minus numerator into derivative of denominator divided by denominator square. This denominator square remains as it is. Now this is to be equated to 0. So denominator is not required. Only numerator term is to be equated to 0. So this is okay. So numerator derivative of denominator is minus 1. This 40 minus CA, derivative of this is 0, this is 0.2. So 40 into 0.2 is 8 and 0.2 into CA. So here if you solve this, you are not getting any stationary point or the proper solution for this, because this, if you solve this, CA is eliminated, CA is not at all there, so this is meaningless. Anyway, this is equated to 0, so it is not possible. So no stationary point could be found out. So we'll try by making a plot. So this is a function instantaneous yield of S, written as S by A. So CA, CS, CS you can calculate. Instantaneous yield you can calculate 1 upon 1 plus 0.2 CA. Okay, and CS you can find out with this equation. Okay, this multiplied by CA minus 40 minus CA. So this has been tabulated. We are plotting instantaneous yield as a function of this. Okay, so here this CS maximum is at CA is equal to 0 and CR also equal to 0. So here this is maximum. Okay, here CS as a function of CA, again at CA is equal to 0, this is maximum. The same thing, representations are different. Here we have written in terms of yield and here directly the concentration. This 7.11 CR is to be maximized now. So we write instantaneous yield R by A. This is again now this first equation will be in the numerator, 0.4 CA square. So we get this finally as so here CA by CA plus 5 that we get. So CA by CA plus 5, this you can calculate, and this is nothing but instantaneous yield of R by A and plotted as a function of concentration here. So this is the curve you get. This is the curve you get. I want to maximize CR. Okay. So this should be maximized. And at which concentration of CA this will be maximized, and this is from 40 to here, this concentration we have to find out. So this diagonal, slope of this diagonal and slope of this line should be same. So this line exactly parallel to this. So we have to try few points and this best point you find out. Okay, and this point is found out at Ca is equal to 10 Ca. This you can do by this method also, which is graphical method, which we have seen earlier. Also, what we can do is we can write this for Cr. So Ca by Ca plus 5 into 40 Ca, like previous problem. Again, applying quotient rule, take the derivative of this with respect to Ca, dCr by Ca equated to 0. So when you solve this, okay, you get Ca is equal to 0. You find out this derivative and solve for Ca. So numerator is equal to 0. You get Ca is equal to 10. Cr max is at Ca is equal to 10. So 10 by 10 plus 5, that is Ca is 10. So 10 by 10 plus 5 here, 10 by 10 plus 5 into 40 minus 10 into 40 minus 10. So this is 30 into 10 300 divided by 15. So 20 moles per liter. Total is 40. So Cs at this Cr max will be 40 minus Ca is 10 and Cr 20. So you get it as 10. Total should be 40. Tau m we can find out simply. Tau m is equal to Ca0 minus Ca, 40 minus 10, K1 Ca square, K2 Ca, everything is known now. So the Ca is 10, which we have found out. So tau m in mixed flow reactor is 0.5. Xa for Cr max, Ca is 10. So Xa will be 1 minus Ca by Ca0. Okay. So 1 by 4, 0.75. So Xa is 0.25. So today we will stop here and we'll continue with the remaining problems in our next lecture.